Hero, Bunny, RagnaroK, GuMiho, Solar. Round of 10, Group A. 2022 Hot 6 GSL Season 3.
Fingers to the ceiling, ride it like a feeling, drop it like you're stealing. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Baby,
All right. It's like, wait, the music stopped. Well, I hope that's not what happens here, because this match doesn't mean anything for Solar. He cannot make it out of the group. Bunny, he has to like 2-0 this, and he has to 2-0 Hero. And then there's, yeah, and then he can make it out. Like Bunny needs to slay right now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He really
exactly it.
Right? Because Hero right now is 4 points ahead of him. So if he 2-0s, Bunny 2-0s right now, he goes to 0. And if he 2-0s Hero, that's Hero's last match, so he takes Hero's spot.
He basically can't lose from this point forward if he wants to get top 3 and go to the round of 6.
That's correct. Yeah, if he drops a map to Solar, then we should actually just shoot both of them into the sun and stop the best of 3, because it literally doesn't matter anymore.
Bunny's got a lot to prove. Solar,
oh wait, actually, maybe if GuMiho goes 0-2 against RagnaroK, maybe
that's also possible.
Maybe there's some other math in there.
I'm not good at arithmetic. I'm not going to get into it, but he really needs to win the series no matter what. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and then
I love to dive into things not really completely know what I'm talking about. It's a great test of self-confidence.
Yeah, I got no self-confidence,
like,
man.
yeah,
I can't
no,
do
dude,
that.
I'm pretty sure I know everything. It's fine.
But yeah, Bunny, 2 series left to play today. This one and then against Hero. Needs to win both of them to advance in top 3. Had a 1-2 loss against RagnaroK, where RagnaroK looked really, really good in the mid and late game in that series last week. And we'll see what Solar brings to the table right now. Not a lot on the line. I mean, on one hand, that could take a lot of the pressure off, because, you know, he could just play his game right now.
But also,
show what he's got.
I mean, what is he fighting for here? Like, you lack points? I don't think he cares about that. He's been a pro for like 10 years.
It could also be very demoralizing to kind of come into these maps knowing that you're already out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we might see him just cheese. Who knows? It's hard to say. Or maybe he takes it seriously and gets the practice.
Onside Gaming, Solar. Team NV, Bunny.
You know, I would say, in general, this type of match is where you could, like, learn the most. Because if you look at Solar's point of view, look at this gas first. Yeah, he's...
We were
not
talking about this.
surprised, not surprised. But what I want to mention, right, is like, yeah, you might cheese out, but like, this match means a lot to Bunny, so you know he's bringing his absolute best. And then for Solar, it doesn't mean anything, which means he can literally relax and just play his game. So it could be a great situation to learn stuff, but instead we're going to go gas pool.
I mean, it's still a great situation to learn stuff, right?
I guess, yeah.
If you're the Terran. If you're a Terran viewer at home and you want to beat cheesy Zergs on the ladder.
Yeah.
This is probably something to watch.
Now look, it's gas pool against Command Center first.
You know, it's funny because a lot of the times we see these TVZs play out with a Command Center first, and the Zerg actually just doesn't go for any aggression, and the CC first leads to some insane 2 or 3 base timing that wins the game. But considering that Solar went gas pool, and as you said, he doesn't have a lot on the line, there is potential here for him to just kind of ramp up the aggression. We actually get a game where we see the Terrans try and defend what might be an all-in.
I think he probably would need a Baneling Nest, right? Like,
well, he's staying on gas.
Yeah, a little bit. But well,
the fact that he's still on gas makes me think it's got to be like Baneling Nest or Roaches, right? There's like, what else could he possibly be banging gas
Baneling
first?
Nest, I would say.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe just going on the minerals to get the Queens and the Zergling production up before going into before building the Baneling Nest, because you really don't need too much gas.
Sure. Single Marine, no full wall. No full wall. So that is kind of important. There's been no scout either. So there is the possibility that a bunch of Lings just kind of, full wall.
Put the supply depot down now. Factory as well as a reactor in production. More Lings in the queue here for Solar.
That factory going to be finishing up, and of course when he gets into Hellions, this becomes a bit worse for Solar, no doubt.
Third hatch. Okay.
Huh.
I was really banking on it not being like a Baneling nest.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's only had one drone in gas for quite some time. He does have enough for the Baneling nest, but just that very slow drip of gas right now. Let's see what the Speedlings can get done. Maybe he gets like a little bit of SCVs.
3 SCVs, not too bad.
Okay.
Tech Lab and a Starport in production here for Bunny.
Let's not forget, though, he is playing against a Command Center first, right? So even though he kills those 3 SCVs, they're actually even in workers. So a little bit painful here for Solar.
Mine's 84 gas and then pulls off. Huh. More drones now in production for Solar, so definitely not going for any early aggression. Beyond those few Speedlings, and Cloak Banshees is going to be the play here for Bunny. 4 Hellions on the map as well. You can tell that he's really scared of some kind of potential aggression because he has to win this one. He's being so conservative with these Hellions.
Yeah, this is a pretty robust way to play the Command Center first, right? Like you're not really going to die to anything when you're playing like this, but you are taking some of the power out of the later pushes that you could have had, right? If you go for something like very quick eBays or quick third Command Center, that type of thing. But, you know, it's all stylistic choices and everything.
I think it might have even been Bunny that we saw go like 3cc with super fast double engineering bay.
We did see
that,
like
a 2-2 timing, yeah.
You're quite right. And that was ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
When we saw that.
Well, when you get away with that much greed early, it's gonna pay dividends. 5 Hellions, 6 Hellions, excuse me, now rolling across the map. 4 more barracks in production for Bunny. No third CC on the way just yet.
Where are the eBays at?
Yeah, no eBays. Just
Okay,
now
just
starting one.
now.
He heard you, Artosis.
Yeah. He's like, oh crap, you're right. Like upgrades are good.
Only 1 eBay as well.
Dude, it's weird. I feel like with builds like this, you would want more than that, but okay. Maybe
Yeah, 1 eBay makes me think this is just going to be straight up a timing push.
right?
Especially on this map. I mean, inside and out. There are some good spots with the destructible rocks where you can siege tanks behind.
Yeah.
As well as near that natural expansion if you decide to go up that way, if the Zerg takes that as a 4th base. Quite easy to take that base down and then begin sieging towards the natural.
Starts that +1 attack. Hellions just kind of rotating around, not really finding anything.
Just trying to control the creep spread, I guess. He's not even really maneuvering them in a way where he can aim to get drones. He just doesn't want to creep the spread past this little bridge on the map.
Kind of a weird looking game here from Bunny.
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like he kind of neutered himself in some ways with the, you know, he had that powerful opening. The Speedlings came in, so I don't know, maybe he was nervous about that or something, but
Yeah, very conservative
That's-
play from him.
yeah, like very,
Even
very
the Banshee,
careful.
like, look at this, just staying back at home.
Is he playing not to lose or is he playing to win?
I think it's more not to lose at this point, and he's just planning on this +1 timing, doing huge damage and potentially winning the game.
Yeah, he's been sitting on 43 workers for a bit now, so he really is gearing up just for one attack.
Yeah, combat shields and +1 are lining up nicely as well, so no 3rd CC, no more SCVs.
Baneling speed is halfway done, so Solar will have that ready. His creep spread is reasonable. That 4th base is going to be finishing up here shortly.
It feels like he's also identifying what's going on as well, just cutting it right below 70 drones.
Well, there's...
Or, excuse me, 63 drones.
Yeah, you know, he keeps on flying like overseers and stuff over there, and there's no 3rd base, so it's like, well, I mean, I guess you're attacking. There's not really anything else here for him. Now, sets up that siege tank, really reasonable position, pulls back behind this Spore for now, some decent transfusions, but has taken a lot of damage on these Queens. Baneling speed not ready. Not ready.
Coming in before Baneling speed is done, but he gets a really nice surround there on the bio. Banelings have good connections despite not having Baneling speed. The siege tanks get cleaned up as well. And that went about as well as it could for Solar right there.
He bashed him.
Even with no Baneling speed, he just recognized that there was an opportunity to kind of mop the floor there with Terran's army, but we have seen this before where Zerg trades out a lot of their Ling Bane to wipe out the first wave and they get a good trade, but then the follow-up push comes in from Terran and it is kind of the killing blow. So we'll see if Solar's able to continue to keep up this production.
You know, while that does happen sometimes, I feel like Solar's in a good spot. I don't think he actually used too much. I think he eliminated enough there as well. He's about to have his own +1 carapace, which is going to equalize those upgrades. A little bit of a counter. Not sure exactly what this is going to do. Yeah, maybe the Banelings can actually connect.
I'm kind of surprised that Bunny let him up the ramp. That's going to be this bio going down as well as the siege tanks. And actually, these Lings survive and are going to be attacking SCVs. This is spiraling out of control very quickly.
Man. Yeah, a lot of very damaged SCVs here. Oh, if only he could get one more Bane in there. Bunny just kind of almost jumping out of his chair there, shaking his head. He knows that this game has basically been lost at this point.
Yeah, Solar right now firing all cylinders, still hasn't added a single drone. He recognizes the situation, knows that all he has to do at this point is defend. Even setting up for another flank preemptively. He's just in control of this game right now.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, State, I think this game, Bunny is, he is in trouble. He is dead. He's like playing against Lingbane. He has less supply right now. He has no continuation of his strategy, like no third base. His SCV count is 35. It's just, this is not a position that you're ever going to be able to win.
He only has one tank right here in the front. He has nothing to deal with a run by back at home either. His economy is too low. Bailing's rolling in right now, coming off creep. They don't even care. Wow.
Okay, so here's a quick thought. Bunny has been coming up really, really well in the last 2 years, where to the point, at many times he looks like the second best player in the world to me next to Morrow. Not every single moment, and it's certainly not this moment. But I think that this showed us the difference between players that have a championship mentality and players that do not. The way he played it, where he went like very kind of defensively and did a very weird timing push, it felt like he was trying not to lose. It felt like he was taking a very middle of the road approach, where it's like you gotta go balls to the wall, man. You gotta like actually do a strat to win. Solar is having a bad group, but he's a good player.
Right. And especially given how important map score is, he cannot lose any more maps from here on out. If he loses this series, it's over. Top 3 is locked.
Yes, that's correct.
And he cannot play scared like that anymore. I mean, we were talking about how timid he was with his Hellions, with his early game units. The Banshee didn't even fly across the map. Let's see if Bunny's able to pull it together on Day to C. Map number 2 coming out. Bunny must win to stay in contention for top 3.
Onside Gaming, Solar. Team NV, Bunny.
All right, pool first.
Yeah, pool first again.
Love it. All right, let's go Solar. It's funny because he went like pool gas, made some Lings, got 3 SCVs, and then just went to a macro game and slaughtered him. So it's like, oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be some weird all-in.
Yeah, it was odd too. Even with the gas trickle coming in, like he stopped like 70 or 80 gas or something like that. Didn't make a Bailing nest.
Thank you, guy in the audience, by the way. Beautiful shirt, beautiful sign. Thank you for all your viewing hours. Appreciate you. But yeah, it was a strange game. We have a lot of strange games here tonight. A lot of games that are not going how we expect.
The GuMiho series especially is just such a head scratcher. I mean, on paper, 3 racks versus a proxy gateway, you would think.
Dude, the ZVZ too. Remember, we were super confused, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know, I didn't practice it at all," and I was trying to get into his head. It's like, "Yeah, well, they did look like that. Congratulations on your victory." And then, yeah, this last game, like, I don't know, man. It's just.
It gets odd when you get to situations like this. I mean, the first 2 series, Solar, kind of got shooken a little bit there in the first ZVZ, and then GuMiho versus Hero was just a head scratcher, and now Bunny kind of coming in, recognizing the situation is like a must-win for him, whereas Solar has nothing to lose, and that's a very scary way to play, because, I mean, if you're in the booth and you know, like, oh, this guy that I'm playing against has nothing to lose, he might do the craziest thing imaginable. it can be scary. You don't know what to expect. Anything is on the table.
Absolutely, and you know, mind games are important and they're part of the game and all that, but so are things like optimizations. So are things like, I mean, any time that you're trying to win, you're taking a risk, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually the riskiest way to play is to not take any risks. It's like you can't, like, if all you do is sit there and try to be safe, you're not going to win.
You got to get damage done.
Yeah, you have to, you know, that's when you're opening yourself up to mistakes and to being deflected is when you're attacking. And yeah, I don't know, it's just...
Oftentimes when we see Terran players succeed with that 2-base push, we'll get a little bit of damage in with the Hellions. They'll force some units out of the Zerg, maybe with a drop with just 8 Marines in the medevac. Yeah, they won't kill a lot of drones, but they will force units and slow the Zerg down just a little bit. But the furthest he ever got with his Hellions, it felt like, was trying to stop the creep spread by the bridge near the 3rd base. And
look, I don't like Hellion dives, but
yeah,
he didn't even try to Hellion dive, right? There was no real attempt for damage. And
no pressure at all, really.
Yeah. Well, let's see what his plan is here. Just producing some Hellions, moving out.
Banshees as well, cloaked, so kind of similar builds, although we got here a little bit differently with the barracks first as opposed to a CC first, and gutting straight for that 3rd hatchery. So I think Bunny kind of recognizing the same thing that we did, where he can't really play as conservatively as he did and hope to get a win against Solar. I mean, this guy, as you said, he has had a bad group, but he's one of the best Zergs in Korea. He's a dangerous opponent. This group is very stacked. He's got to take those risks.
Dude, those coconut crabs really kick you into overdrive.
Well, they scuttle, man.
Dude, they get fast when something's pushing them out of the way.
They scuttle quick.
That Hellion really scared the hell out of him.
It's actually really fun to watch.
Yeah. We'll chase around this Overlord, kind of nice. Does get that pick.
You ever read about the evolution of crabs?
No, but now I want to. Tell me.
So I've read some people say that the crab is the ultimate goal of evolution because multiple branches of the animal kingdom have evolved separately into something resembling a crab.
That's awesome.
I think it's happened maybe 3 times.
That's amazing.
Independently of each other, where these creatures have just evolved into crabs, and so it's kind of cool to see little scuttlers on this map as well. Maybe
keep telling me more about crabs.
That's all I know about crabs.
Dude.
Besides, they taste really good.
State, I'm about to crur.
you got to suck cho, man.
Dude.
Get some good crabs there in the winter.
God. Yeah.
But yeah, go read about crabs evolving. It's very interesting.
I can't wait. I'm absolutely going to do that. I'm not even joking.
Multiple instances of these different animal kingdoms.
Yeah, all looking like crabs.
All looking like crabs.
It's amazing.
Don't think we have anything else like that on Earth that just keeps evolving repeatedly.
Think so.
I mean, maybe eventually, like 100 million years from now, humans will also look like crabs. It's potential.
Dude, I would love to look like a crab.
Little Mr. Zoidberg turning around. Try to play StarCraft with 2 little crab hooks. You can't do it. All right, Hellion Rumbite coming in here by the 3rd base. Gets 6 drones. Some pretty good damage.
Yeah.
Even gets a 7th.
The Banshees rather are doing a fantastic job here as well.
This is way more damage. Bunny should have been doing this last game, man.
Really? He is actually getting serious damage, man. Look at this.
Yeah, this is way more than you normally get. And on top of this, I mean, Zerg's not really, well, he is redroning now, but he had to make another 16 lings to kind of deal with this aggression, because a lot of the Hellions, oftentimes they die like that and they trade out for drones, they die, but he actually retained them. He's got like 7 Hellions still left, and these Banshees still getting kills. 16 drones have gone down in the span of a minute.
Yeah, Solar trying to get into a macro game from here. He's actually droning up, getting 1-1 started, although it's very late compared to Bunny's. Bathing speed gets started. Right? Yeah, but this definitely is looking really good for Bunny right now. And don't forget, we are on Data C, which we've been talking about can be a very hard map to actually end up killing Zerg on, so that might be why we see Solar just kind of being like, okay, I'm taking damage, but let's just play our game.
Getting a hatchery cancel as well with those Banshees, just huge damage. 101 supply to the 97 right now of Solar. It's unusual to see Terran so far up in supply. 53 army to 38.
Yeah.
Bunny's feeling confident enough to move out. 2 tanks in the medevacs, and he's going to be sieging this 4th base, which he already got a cancel on.
Good old Bunny push right here. Drops off the 2 siege tanks.
It's a great spot to siege him up in, too.
He's about to have 1-1, but Baneling speed is finishing at the same time. So that will be helpful. Really trying to force a cancel here.
Yeah, wow,
It
he
does
gets
do
it.
so. Yeah, but I mean, Solar just cancels and restarts immediately.
Oh, I
Baneling's
love the
getting targeted.
Hellions. I love the Hellions protecting the siege tanks from the
That was
Zerglings.
awesome.
I forget what they were called there for a second.
Yeah. Well, they kind of look like crabs as well in a way, right? Like
Yeah, they
this
got
is
those little
ultimate
claws in the
evolution.
front.
It's a great unit.
Buddy's getting huge damage.
He really is.
Queen's going down as well.
Dude, the Banshees coming over as the Queens pop. The Banshees become like superheroes. My God.
This base is just not going to go up for Solar. This is the most cursed base of all time.
Yeah.
2 cancels already.
We
10
could
more
be close
Marines
to
come
death.
in.
Really?
It feels like it. 70 army supply to 43. Bunny 20 supply ahead of Solar right now as he continues to push forward.
Yeah, dude. Ling's coming up and getting on top of the siege tanks, which is incredibly important, but that does not matter. GG is called. Bunny keeps himself in some sort of contention.
Yeah. That was a must-win map for him, and he did it.
Yeah.
One more map to close it out, and then he has a gauntlet to go into against Hero in the final match of the day. Looking a lot better there in game number 2 than game number 1. He
Yes.
did not play timid, no longer played conservatively.
He was playing to win.
Yeah, he was playing
That's
to
what
win.
it looked like to me.
He was very bold with his units, got tons of damage in.
So you should be happy with that map win at least. Let's see if Solar is able to salvage his honor by taking game number 3 and winning a set here in this group. What is our third map, do you recall?
I think it's Stargazers. or
Stargazers, are you
yeah,
sure?
I'm pretty
fairly
sure.
certain it's Waterfall.
Stargazer is going to be map number 3, Solar versus Bunny. Bunny must win to remain in contention for top 3 in this group.
Dude,
Solar with
all
nothing
right.
to lose right now.
I want to
if he
see
busts
some
out something
cheese,
crazy.
man. Let's use those back mineral patches. Let's go.
All right, let's get to it. Stargazer, Bunny must win.
Onside Gaming, Solar. Team NV, Bunny.
All right.
Hatch first.
Mixing it up.
It has been a lot of weird openings, a lot of weird pool first openings today, not only in the ZVZ, but also here in the
Yeah.
TVZ.
Yeah. It's a little bit bizarre to see, but I'm down. I like seeing new stuff and people toying around with things, but let's see what Bunny's going to do. That's what I'm actually interested in.
Yeah, I'm curious about it. I was wondering whether he might go CC first, but perhaps a little bit too dangerous here with literally everything on the line. I mean, Bunny's GSL hopes and dreams for the final season all hedged on this game.
Yeah.
Gonna be a Reaper fast expand here for Bunny. So we're just now starting the gas in the pool.
And yeah, I mean, for Bunny, like he has to bring out his best stuff, and I feel like he did a very good job in that last game. But you know, right now I'm viewing Solar as like he's like a sentient crash test dummy or something, right? And all we're figuring out is if Bunny is the car or the wall, right?
What an analogy.
Well, it's like Solar can advance. Like
Yeah.
he could have the greatest game we've ever seen right now, and he's not going on. Whereas with Bunny, it's like, okay, well you gotta beat this crash test Bunny badly. Bunny.
It's true. Third hatchery underway soon for Solar as the Reaper comes in. Queen, a couple seconds away.
Oh, he gets a link.
Yeah,
Look at that.
some nice damage on a couple of Warlings as well. That Queen a little bit late, it feels like almost.
Yeah.
Finally now popping, shooing the Reaper away. Will be a factory reactor follow-up here for Bunny. It's actually, man,
Ooh,
that's
he's
a
gonna
move.
get- Oh!
That is a move right there. That's a move and a half.
That was great. That was great. I mean, no one makes fun of Reaper ass more than me, but he just got a tumor with that.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
am
sick.
down. All right. Honestly, even if he lost the Reaper, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, for the tumor?
Yeah.
The first tumor of the game? Of course. That was like some MOBA hero action right there, casting his spell, pushing that queen barely out of range to be able to get the tumor.
Yeah.
That was sick. Way to go, Bunny. Third CC.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway done now. Solar did get a scout on this with his Overlord.
More Hellions, or the first Hellions coming out now to join. Join up with that Hero Reaper.
That Reaper better get a Medal of Honor, man, after that.
I know.
Creep tumor snipe.
Did such a great job. Very macro heavy play
Wow. Comes in, gets the second one.
here. Dude, he just kills tumors all day.
two
Three
more.
tumors. 3 tumors dead. He hasn't lost anything. That's wild.
That's so much energy.
Dude, Solar has, like, look at this terrible creep spread. It's the worst creep spread I've ever seen from a pro Zerg in years. It's honestly the best creeps clearing that we've seen in forever.
Yeah, it's actually phenomenal. I mean, it all goes back to that one grenade thrown by the Reaper. I mean, if that grenade doesn't happen, then... Was he going to die this again?
Dude.
Gets one more tumor, he's going to get the other one!
Are we kidding?
Okay.
He chooses 2 drones over the tumor. Bad choice! If he had gotten that tumor, man, I was chief of the Bunny fan club at that point.
So that's got to be, what, like 4 tumors that Solar has planted at this point?
Yeah.
It's way more energy than you would expect for, like, no return on investment pretty much. Like, he's gone, like, he's just connected the bases and that's it.
Yeah, less transfuses, less creep spread. I mean, this push that's going to be coming from Bunny, like, well, is there going to be push, right? At this point, you would normally think, like, okay, like light harassment stuff, maybe clearing more creep. It is a 3 command center build. He just started his 2 eBay, so there's not like a real push coming, but honestly, yeah, I think maybe he can go in and try to push this a little bit more.
Yeah, well,
I don't want him to sit back.
Yeah, a lot of the Terran mid game kind of focuses on denying that creep spread to set up for a later push. Say it's either a 1-1 or a 2-2 timing. And he's already done a lot of that work already. And although Solar is now finally kind of rejuvenating the creep on the map and spreading it beyond his natural in third base, he's done this at the cost of a lot of queen energy, which means, as you said, less transfuses when that push eventually does come in. I mean, 2 less transfuses in a fight is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Well, he still has some transfuses here for sure. It looks like he's walked up into his main base, so he's kind of expecting something up here. And here comes that stim. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything to that.
A lot of queens out for Solar.
Yeah. No real value there for Bunny, but that's okay.
I'm just kind of poke and prod and find what you can. Does eventually get an Overlord for his trouble. These Hellions on the wrong side of town. Gonna trade him out for some drones. Will he be able to get one? Just one. You take it though.
1-1 on the way here for both sides, about halfway done or so. Bunny maybe just slightly ahead. Hydralisk Den, okay. I was wondering what we were going to see here from Solar, but Lingbane Hydra seems to be the path.
I think a little bit more creep denial is Bunny. Solar's going to refresh those tumors now. 2 more barracks in production.
So it's really looking right now like it's going to be like this massive 2-2 timing push, right? Max out Bunny. So. He actually just started 4th CC, so probably expand during that push as well. I can tell you, you really can't tell the difference on the creep spread.
It's only a little
further.
It's like a third of the way across the map, and it usually is a lot further than that. Bunny gonna try and find some damage over here on this southern base. Already a little bit of damage taken. Gonna force 2 more transfuses. There is 2 siege tanks actually with this push. A little bit more of a commitment than I thought.
Oh, is there a second one there?
Yeah, there's one right there on the bottom. Just a little bit off screen.
Kind of like that. He's really trying to bait him back, and Solar is just not having it right now.
What a smart scan. Identifies those Lings coming in for a run by, and denying the creep here. Oh, I love this pullback here from Bunny.
Yes.
He sees those Lings. He knows that's enough that can reset the tank count if they come in for a fight. He wants to keep them alive.
Dude, look at this. Look at his siege position to go up here and clear some more creep, or whatever it is that he's going to do. It's such a weird place because there's not like a lot of value there. The only value he could get is either drawing the Lings back to get siege tank hits, which, okay, that's okay. not hugely game-changing, or clearing some more creep.
It feels like it's almost him setting up a staging ground to, as you said, just clear more creep, and now finally going back. And to his credit, the creep spread down by that fourth base is, or fifth base, no, that is the fourth, is pretty much non-existent. I mean, he's only just now getting it past the vision blockers to the west of that base, and all things are looking like it's going to be a 2-2 timing, so anything that he can do to slow down the creep spread is going to pay dividends later.
Yeah, I wonder if he can actually push there. I think he's going to push right through like this area closer to the top. The creep spread is not that far up there either. I mean, I could see him pushing the bottom. It's just, it's pretty far away, right? I feel like you want a direct rally that goes right in front of like his fourth base so that he's kind of defended everywhere.
More Marines coming in. Getting some nice trades there with the Lings. Killing a couple of tumors, coming into the main base as well, just completely resetting the creep spread there. And now, man, Bunny is everywhere. Over here on the fourth base as well, getting some drone kills.
Yeah, very nice drop down here in that fourth and bottom right.
Yeah, I love this. Deny some creep spread, kill some Lings, kill some drones.
Sort of
only cost him a handful of Lings.
Yeah, both sides maxed out. 2-2, finishing up here. I think it's time. He's got 2 tanks about to pop. Like, you're not going to get a better push time than this. Ever.
Yeah, right before Lurkers are out as well.
Yeah, literally this is it right now. This is where I think Bunny can really drive this great game he's been playing into possibly a win.
Adrenal Glands and 1 Viper now started for Solar. Once that upgrade finishes and the Viper is out, that'll make this defense a lot easier for him. But Bunny is pushing the envelope right now. He's sieging this spot over here by the 5th base of Solar. Solar looking like he's gearing up for a big run by though.
Yeah, okay, the run by makes sense because he cannot attack in the position Bunny is in right now. He needs Bunny to actually come down the ramp, feel pressure to do something else.
And Bunny doesn't have a lot down here, man. This bio and that tank is going to go down. These command centers are going to get canceled as well.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Some Banes actually coming in now as well. The tanks end up dying. I guess this one command center does not get canceled. Another drop in the bottom right.
Yeah, Bunny's actually pulling back quite a bit.
Bunny, though, he's remaining maxed out. He's continuing to refill his army with really, really strong units as well.
Liberators in a Ghost Academy now underway. Finally breaching this 5th position is Bunny. Solar, in the meantime, expanding to the 6 o'clock gold base. Potentially looking to sacrifice this base up here. Army supply 122 for Bunny, though. That's huge. Solar's coming in now.
Oh, that is a lot of Ling Bane getting on top of everything. The blinding clouds shutting down some of these siege tanks. The Hydra's really being worth their weight in gold up at the top there, but Bunny continues to rally in. Still has enough bio units to push us back for the moment, but more Banes are on the way. I think Bunny has to reinforce.
Yeah, and Solar had a 2K mineral bank, so he's spending that happily right now. 40+ Lings in production, as well as more Banelings, more Hydralisks. He's getting his Lurker upgrades. He's starting a Nidus Canal. Lots of things underway for Solar and Bunny after losing those siege tanks and noticing that Vipers are out. Feeling a little bit less confident and now just kind of gearing up back at home with more command centers. Potentially looking towards a longer game.
Look at this Nidus coming up for Solar. I'm kind of excited to see what he wants to plan with that. Very solid economy still. Like Solar, he's held on. Like I feel like Bunny is actually playing a bit better than Solar here. But Solar is holding on. He's giving himself plenty of opportunities here to fight back in the game, right? Like the counterattack did slow that really deadly push. He's getting into all the tech that he wants at the moment. The Lurker's starting to morph. Of course, those Vipers incredibly important as well. He has that gold base down at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and right now if you're Solar, I think your game plan has to be denying or at least delaying the 5th base for Bunny. You do not want the Terran to get their 9th and 10th gas geysers online, because once that happens, the ghost count can spiral out of control very quickly. They can start mixing in Thors, adding more siege tanks, and it becomes very problematic for the Zerg to deal with that army.
I think there's oh wow, look at that, catches it instantly. That's a really good, when you catch the first Nidus, man, they are just not as effective. But excuse me. I think it's actually time for Bunny to just half map it.
Looks like it.
Like he's taking that 5th base, which is incredibly important, push down towards that 6th maybe, and if he can deny the gold, that's good, right? Like we're getting to the point where everything's getting so big. You know, a player like Maru oftentimes shuts down at this point and says, nope, defense.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if Bunny did the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a winning strategy as Terran in this matchup to kind of play that slow, grindy game with a very cost-efficient army and just really bleed the Zerg dry, because Zergs very often, when they take trades, they are less cost-efficient. And if both sides of the map are split, then eventually they're going to run out of money.
Well, there is this one base in the center, right? And that's kind of the thing that makes it so that the map is not exactly split. So Bunny kills it off once there. Okay, good.
Ooh, 2 Spires in production now for Solar, so Broodlord is underway.
Yeah, I think it's smart to just start getting upgrades immediately.
Yeah.
Because the game really has all the signs of going to a very turtled maxed position. And if you're not upgrading your air at this point, like, look, he's getting Pathogen Glands. I don't think he's going to make an Infestor yet. But, like, he's getting everything.
Especially with the bank that he's got. I mean, it would be a waste not to get it.
Yeah. Eventually, it just makes sense to have everything in this matchup.
All right, Solar coming in for a little run by over here, trying to catch some bio.
Some good parasitic bombs. That one
Oh,
actually
that one
dies.
Marauder.
Almost full.
Marauder
Oh my
came
God.
down in a parachute, man.
Yeah. Cold base being retaken. Lots of tanks, lots of ghosts.
Yeah, nukes now in production here for Bunny.
High sec auto tracking. We got building armor. We got
Just get
really,
everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
Literally, just get everything. Because that
Very
is the
nice
way the
canal.
game's going. It's funny because, like, people realize a lot of times in these pro games things at the same time. Like Solar maybe realized it just before with the double spire, but then you see Bunny just getting every upgrade.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like a common thing I remember in a long time in PvP. It was like whoever started the Forge first had a better read on the game. Because it was like, yeah, you
that's
can't kill
very
me.
true. I remember that. Yeah,
It's that type of thing.
absolutely.
So some Nidus is going down. He's clearing out rocks and everything. Solar getting his creep spread past that halfway point.
Door production beginning now for Bunny, adding more command centers. Those will be orbitals and planetaries, and now this gold base.
Oh, dude, that would be so
You gotta move him.
satisfying.
Solar. Oh,
That's
that
hard to
poor
see.
Hydra
That's
right
hard
on
to
his
see.
head. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's a good nuke, though.
It is?
Very solid nuke.
And he's starting another one. I actually wouldn't mind if he threw down a couple more Ghost Academies to keep some more nukes in the bank, because denying this gold base, as you said, if he's able to deny it, then it truly is a split map scenario. But as it is right
Terran
now,
wins that.
Solar is going to have more resources. He can have a little bit of leeway in terms of being less cost efficient.
Yeah, it's so far as efficiency isn't that bad. Look at this, minus 14K versus minus 11K. So that's sometimes we see games, right, where it's a hell of a lot different from that, like twice as much cost efficiency for Terran.
Right.
So Solar's actually doing a pretty good job.
The thing to be mindful of, though, is as Terran continues to power up with all these ghosts, all these Thors and siege tanks and planetary fortresses, it feels like that gap, unless Solar makes some magic happen, is just going to widen.
Yes, yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Although we say that, and a couple ghosts going down right there, siege tank gets picked off as well, and even a Thor. That's a nice little trade there for Solar.
I believe there's 5 facts now. So this is like almost turning into like Ghost Mech at the moment. There's almost no bio. There's like 4 Marauders, 4 Marines or something like that. Now 7 Broods on the way. I feel like this is where Zergs sometimes get themselves. Like I get it, that it's like the only real pushing unit that you have is Zerg. But like Ghost Thor is, last I checked, pretty decent against Broodlords.
Yeah. Snipe is pretty good against everything, and
Yeah, that's very true.
Thor's heavy cannons against the air pack a lot of punch against Broods with a lot of range as well. So the first Broods now are on the field over here at the 6 o'clock base.
These snipes are killer, man.
I love this medevac play too. Just pulling the Thors back.
Yeah, I like the bank of medevacs he's actually retained. Even though he's not really playing bio, like having 7 medevacs here, he can save units like crazy. He keeps high health on the ghosts, very important.
We got a brief glimpse of that 4th base there for Bunny as well. I mean, Liberators and siege tanks and planetaries, and ooh. This Nidus has potential to get a lot done.
Ooh, man, yeah.
This is something that Zerg can do to come back in the game, and Bunny realizes it, but he doesn't have anything to actually stop the Nidus from popping, so this can be right on top of his production.
He is sending the units back, so it's not going to be like an end-of-the-world scenario. Maybe it'll do some damage. I like that angle. That's a cool angle he's
That's
at.
a really good angle.
It's like you're not expecting it to
Oh
be
man,
right
this
there.
has potential. Okay, he realizes. That one infestor. No! Don't go that way. Oh, he's fine.
Oh, we got a little bit of something there. But yeah, a very good nuke there. I feel like
does
this
eventually
is
get
where,
cleaned up.
Yeah, I feel like as well, like you should probably just have a Viking on the edge of your base.
Or a
up
sensor
there.
tower by that third base, the back door.
Sure. But like something like that, like you can't let him sit in anything up there or try to dive in later on. You want that just kind of automatically dealt with. But anyways, Burrow, one of the last upgrades here for Zerg, other than the air attack upgrade and air armor upgrade. More broods coming out. Mass Thor.
It's a lot of Thors, a lot of Ghosts. It's a pretty strong army, man. Not a lot beats this.
No, certainly not.
I think finally fortifying this position over here at 6 o'clock, I mean, this is going to be hard to break. Just looking at these two armies, I don't see any way that Zerg really takes a good engagement here.
Yeah, it's going to be some really nice spell casting likely, along with the broods. Right, maybe some Neurals.
Right, I was about to say the Infestors do have Neural Parasite. There's a good number of them.
Yeah.
So perhaps banking on that, but
maybe
keep in mind,
throw a couple Blinding Clouds down or something to try to close the distance there. Okay, that's a good fungal. That's a very good fungal.
It's a very nice fungal.
Yeah, this is
some
a great
Neurals.
move.
Oh, no Neurals.
Oh, yeah.
Just
no,
abducting. Nice.
Yoinks him in, gets a couple kills. Hey, that's good. That's good stuff. That was
Solar's credit, I mean, the cost efficiency gap has not really widened at all. It's been about 3K pretty much all the way through this, and Solar mined a lot of that gold base there at 6 o'clock.
Well, you can see from the quality of the engage he just took, like that was a fantastic engage.
Yeah, that was big.
It might take a little bit for him to do that again because like EMPs are flying out and stuff, but like if you can consistently engage like that, you'll win this game.
I almost feel like the ghost count for Bunny right now is a little bit too low. He's all the way down to 4 after another one falls.
I do agree with you. He's actually adding 3 more facts and going Liberator Thor. This is actually something Maru was trying years ago that never really caught on. Just like Liberator Thor, both masked. Well, I guess see, he's going 4 Liberators at a time. So that's funny. That's funny because like it's funny seeing that same thought come up from Bunny now. Because literally, I think it was 2018 or 2019 where Maru did that in several pro games. And it was like again, it never caught on. So I wonder if is now its time or is it still not all that good? I don't know.
We'll see. There isn't too much anti-air out for Solar right now. He does have a good number of queens, but besides that, I mean, he does have parasitic bombs, but
yeah,
we'll see what he's able to get done. That is a lot of broods.
Parasitic bomb is great. Oh, nice EMP. I do love Parasitic Bomb. I would love to see a little bit more usage of it. But it's hard when all the Thors are standing there and everything is kind of back behind them.
Right.
But these are some, again, good engagements here.
Yeah, look at the banks right now. I mean, the cost efficiency, we haven't gotten a chance to look at that. Look, he's almost closed the gap.
Yeah.
He's actually been more cost efficient than the Terran for the past couple of minutes, and that's a rare sight to behold in this matchup in the late game,
It is. It can turn on its head because we still have these ghosts out here and everything, but... And by the way, huge credit to Solar. He's playing his heart out in a match that doesn't matter to him.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
is playing his heart out, man. He's like putting in some serious effort to win this game, and this is a hard position. It's an annoying position. A lot of people, I don't know about him in particular, a lot of people would probably call this a boring position, but he's playing fantastically. It's beautiful to see. Great sportsmanship, in my opinion.
15 Thors out for Bunny right now. 7 ghosts.
Jeez Louise.
What an insane army. It's just like the kind of army you would see like in early Wings of Liberty or something.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the first,
no one knew what they were doing,
couple
man.
GSLs.
Yeah. Just so many Thors, and that's where Banelings run into.
I'm getting flashbacks to Thor drops on like Kulas Ravine or something.
Oh god, yeah. Those were annoying.
All right. Thor's continuing to push through the middle. That's a hefty Terran army. That's a lot of Broodlords as well. Taking some shots there from the Thors.
Now, what we just saw right there, right? He goes in and he gets this nice fungal, but a sick EMP hit, and almost all of his Infestor energy is gone. Like 5 or 6 of them have no energy now.
That EMP range is huge.
Yeah, it really is.
Once you couple it with a radius, I mean, you can really control spellcasting fights quite well as Terran.
And it takes a long time for him
Thors.
to gain that back up, right? Like he's making more Infestors. The Infestors are kind of key to him having the most efficient traits that he can have, but when an EMP hits, that gives Bunny this big window where he gets more control of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Vipers, they can suck health out of buildings to regen their mana pool, but Infestors, they have to wait the long way.
Yeah, the normal way.
The normal way.
The non-cheating way. Truly, you know. All right, Spore's moving forward. Spore Tumor's going to go down.
Behind all of this, Bunny down to 26 workers. This is the 174 army supply right now. 3 more Thors in production.
Wow.
More Liberators underway, and very soon, Bunny will have a max to mech upgrades. As far as firepower goes in a single army, this is about as good as it gets.
This is one of the biggest armies we've ever seen, actually.
Going to be 20 plus Thors very soon.
Yeah, yeah. This is actually kind of insane. I like what we're seeing from Bunny, though.
I've
like,
never seen this many Thors. Like,
yeah,
this
his
is
army's
just straight up
silly.
insane.
Well, there's so many broods.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Blinding Cloud's absolutely key here.
Yeah.
Absolutely key.
Great
Beautiful.
zoning. Just working the range of the Thors perfectly. He knows that if he Blinding Cloud's right there, they cannot get in range.
Yeah. But
to attack the Broodlords leashing their attacks.
He has to be careful. He has to continue to engage like that. Because if he overcommits, like, look, see the Thors start getting hits. Holy crap! Those Broodlords take so much damage.
It's a lot of damage coming in. A lot of these Thors, though, low HP as well. And keep in mind that Terran is down to 600 minerals in the bank. Now, they will be able to drop mules later, but as it is right now, the mineral income is very low for Terran. Only 24 workers. Meanwhile, Zerg sitting on like a 14K resource bank is absolutely crazy.
My God.
I almost feel like Bunny maybe overdid it a little bit right there, cutting the SCV production, because this army, it's not going to be reinforced after this. He only has 200 minerals with 300 mineral income.
No, it's a good point. It is a super maxed army, though, right? 170 supply. That is insanely large.
I wonder how many orbital commands he has for mules, because it feels like that mineral income has been so low for so long.
Yeah, the bottom left and the 2 bases towards the bottom left like have plenty of patches. I would like to see him. The thing is, I think he's using everything on scans. Like, he's just trying to win the game right now.
I love mixing in Hellbats to deal with the Broodlords or the Broodlings as well.
Super key, and he kept so many medevacs alive the whole game. He still has 3.
Solar already losing 2 bases, and you know, he has a huge resource bank, but if all the hatcheries go down, he doesn't really have any macro hatcheries at all, just the one in the main. He's going to have like no larva left to actually re-max.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's a very scary situation for Zerg. If he exceeds any more bases, he might be out of production.
Yeah, look at Bunny just walk across the map. He owns the place. He's killing the creep off. He's just spreading back and forth, roaming about. He takes the gold base down at the bottom.
It felt like for the longest time he couldn't actually make any headway with his army.
Yeah.
And although the composition hasn't changed, he's just finally been able to break through. I think a lot of that goes back to those EMPs on the infestors that you mentioned.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't get something like that off, like it takes a hell of a lot longer.
Terran now mining from the gold base.
Yeah, this is the type of game that I would say is going to be a 36-minute game, but I'm not sure. I think it's going to be decided kind of quick here. I think Solar right now, this is like, his Broodlords are so badly hurt. So I'm very nervous about this next engagement for him.
25 larvae for Solar. It's not something usually focus on the larva count, but
it's a good point.
As it is right now, it almost feels like despite the bank, whoever wins the next fight, if they win it decisively, is just going to take the game.
Yeah, 8K, 6K, like, I guess with 25 larvae, you can make ultras and spend that, but that's
not very good against Thorghost. Thorghost Liberator is pretty good against ultra.
Yeah, not so much. Maybe if it's just the Thors and you get a really quick surround or something, maybe.
I don't even think you can surround this many Thors.
Yeah,
they take up so much map.
Really?
It'd be like having to split like Lings for a flank.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just look at this army.
Bunny slowly replenishing those mineral reserves now with that gold base. I'm surprised we're not seeing any macro hatcheries coming down for Solar. It's a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game that he's playing.
I agree with you. I think he should.
Like, look at this bank.
In his main base, make like, I think it's worth 2 hatcheries to make sure that you can actually get your army back one time.
All right, here we go. A lot of Broodlords taking tons of damage. The Blinding Clouds are huge, though!
Oh my God. Insanity on those Blinding Clouds. Now, they do wear off. The Broodlords continue to attack. Some Banelings rolled in during that as well. Forward come the Infestors. What do they have left? Okay, a few Neurals coming down to help out as well.
This is a huge winning fight for Solar. He will eventually lose the Broodlords, but that was a chunk. of the Terran army going down.
Yeah.
Those blinding clouds were absolutely insane.
Dude, he's making lings. 42 lings on the way. That is, as far as larva goes, that's the worst choice, right?
He has 8 more Broodlords in production, but yeah, I'm a little bit confused by the Ling.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Huh.
Maybe he might be looking to surround these Thors and then like attack them with the broods, something like
Oh,
that,
that's
so
a
that
really
they can't
good,
get away.
That's a really good thought, because also all the Hellbats died in that fight. I think there might
Yeah.
only just be 1 left with this army.
Yeah, and Bunny has no real money left. Okay, now he's dropping the mules. This is crazy, man. All right, some more Banes being made. Solar's still with a reasonable bank. He's up 60-ish army supply.
I am scratching my head at this game.
It is a wild one.
10 Thors, 3 Hellbats, 2 Liberators, and 2 Marauders out for Bunny. No Ghosts on the field. So right now, Army's
Wow.
definitely in favor of Solar. Bunny quickly trying to replenish his mineral count to resume production of these key units that he is sorely missing. Solar
it's important.
remaxed.
Remaxed. Dude, a lot of broods too, like 23 Broodlords, 6 Infestors, 4 Vipers, 3 Queens, 35 Lings, and 13 Banes.
That is a good army.
Yeah. I mean, he can definitely win against the army that Bunny has.
There's only 2 Ghosts out as well, so if Solar is smart and avoids any huge EMPs, I mean, Blinding Cloud plus Fungal and Neuroparasite, there's no way. I mean, this army is almost pure Thor.
Yeah. And you know what? Those Ghosts are new as well, so they're going to have like 1 EMP each. That's it.
So much on the line in this game here for Bunny. He needs to win this map to have a shot at coming out to the round of 6. Fighting for his GSL life right now.
All right, more Ghosts, more Thors. Another Infestor pops out.
Such an insane game. Now,
It
there
really
still
is.
is minerals on the map here for Bunny. We get a shot of it. Those are very healthy mineral patches as well.
Dude, I gotta tell you, this is like, there's so much effort from Solar in this game. I have so much respect for him for doing this.
Oh, he's just playing his best, the best he
is.
possibly can.
He has put out a great game and showing why he is in the round of 10 at GSL, even though he had a tough group. Another day, maybe he makes it into that round of 6, but here, he's just looking to deny it to Bunny.
He's the Guardian.
Yeah.
It was Nest Tier Sue a long time ago that just shut so many people down from the GSL codex, if you recall.
Oh my
Getting
god.
flashbacks from that right now with Solar.
I love all
Another
this.
strong,
Yeah.
healthy Zerg. Trying to keep Bunny out of top 3, but Bunny, to his credit, up to 166 army supply now.
Yeah, he's getting up there. So the map is getting very
So
close
many
to mined out.
broods.
Very, very close now, yeah. Not that many Liberators, okay? So right now, the anti-Infestor defense, because there are 10 Infestors, right? And those are very, very important units here. It's mostly EMP. That's mostly what we're looking at. Because in the past, okay, he is actually making more Liberators now. I was going to say, though, that like Liberators complement the Thors well because they do blow up Infestors really, really quickly.
Right. Solar now retaking the 6 o'clock position. Honestly, it might be more efficient just to let it go and just like distant mine it. There's like no minerals left.
You're probably right. And in fact, in this type of situation, dropping mules there if the army's not there, and even if they pick up the minerals and die, that's worthwhile.
I suppose he needs the gas. I actually hadn't realized that Solar's gasping all the way down to 100 right now.
Oh God, yeah, that's crazy.
I'm surprised he hasn't taken the base of the bottom right as well to get those geysers too. 500 Lings lost so far this game.
Wait, how many Thors lost? We need that tab back up.
Yeah, put it back up. Want to see a screenshot on Twitter, man. That was that's been a lot of Thors produced in this game. And once again, it kind of feels like this fight is going to decide everything. But now it's Terran with a little bit more of a bank. Yeah, we really thought it did, but it was such an even trade. There was no decisive victor. I mean, Solar definitely got the better of it, but he didn't have enough of an advantage to actually push and win.
I love this. The nuke push, very, very smart. Cancels that nuke out, continues to walk forward. Taking this high ground above the gold base.
And denying this extractor is actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Everything is a big deal at this point. Bank's actually getting really similar, worker count really similar. You can mine from the right side of that mineral patch, but not in the middle. Liberator just right in the way there. Okay, some good volleys. Okay, he's taking a bit of damage on the broods now. We
Brood's
don't see
taking
the
a ton of
blinding
damage.
clouds. The blinding clouds were so key the last time they engaged.
No blinding clouds yet. Infestor's clumped up there in the front.
Oh, he's going to EMP drop. Oh, that EMP drop was insane.
Ooh.
He got like 5 infestors, 4 infestors.
Yeah, 4 infestors out of energy now.
Yeah. Really good move there.
This game really hanging on a knife's edge.
Okay.
Liberator abducted.
Nice.
Viper now very low on HP. See how much damage these Thors do in the anti-air department.
These 5 queens actually going to work with the transfusions. I like to see it.
Energy is one of the few replenishable resources you have at this stage in the game.
But barely enough anti-air. Oh my god. Good fungal.
Another good Broodling shot coming in. But I gotta say, Terran is slowly whittling away, and he's controlling this position now.
Yeah.
We need really big blinding clouds for Solar. Oh man, we missed another EMP. Look at those infestors.
Oh no.
There's only 1 or 2 infestors with energy right now.
Oh, he's going for it, man. Okay, the blinding clouds start to come down. Those are
big
huge.
blinding clouds once again.
Yeah, does he have enough damage to get through this before the blinding clouds run out? They're starting to run out now.
A lot of Thors going down. Army supply still very even.
Oh my god, what the hell is even happening here?
Nukes coming down as well.
And
Trade's happening on both sides. It's so close.
oh my god, the infestors with no energy may as well just get out of here. Just a handful of Thors left over.
Only 3 Thors left, and they're going to be taken out by the Broodlings. Solar
Oh
might have
my
done
God.
it. Bunny down to 87 army supply. He's building 2 more Thors and 2 more Ghosts right now, and he has almost no more units on the map. I think there are more Changeling Marines than there is Terran army supply right now.
I think you're right about that one. Picks off a stray Liberator. There's like so little income, man.
Look at
Bunny
these
still
banks.
is mining some.
Mine the minerals at the wall.
Give me that. Yeah, really, everything at this point. I'd be up there stealing my opponent's little wall minerals. They're back natural.
Calling down mules on that.
Oh, 100% worth, too.
This game is absolutely insane.
It is. This
35 minutes now. All right, unit counts, 3 Broodlords, 5 Corruptors, 8 Infestors, and 3 Vipers. Those are the key units right now for Solar.
Dude, their gas is gone. 8 gas versus 0
Plus
gas.
0 gas income.
Okay, so
There is one extractor that I think hasn't been fully tapped in the bottom right, but Solar doesn't have the minerals to build a hatchery.
there's almost 2,000 gas at the gold base. But you're right, yeah, he can make like a geyser, but then he doesn't have any minerals for it. Oh, this is insane. This is one of the craziest TVZs ever.
There's no money. The only thing going right now is Bunny can make Hellions.
Yeah, he has Hellions. There is a little bit more minerals now. There's actually like 50 plus lings.
He's
on the
starting
map.
Marines. I like this.
I like that too, actually. You're right. That's a good move. He only has 1 medevac for them, though.
Considering how many minerals are still on the map, that's still a good number of Marines. He
Yeah.
might reach maybe 160 supply after he mines all of this out.
3 broods don't need 16 3-3 Marines.
Yeah, they only need 1 stem.
Yeah. You'd be able to do it. Dude, he's literally... Oh my god, I love this so much. He just abducted 2 Hellions and could have only killed 1. And he had to use a fungal to help. Like, this is how insane this game is right now. Dude, there's actually a fair amount of minerals in those patches down there.
You know, at this point, the 6 Ghosts, I feel like there isn't really enough on the field to deal with them.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he just whittles away with Snipe,
You know what?
what does
You're
Zerg
right.
have to contest it?
Well, I guess abduct, neural, fungal, those are the only things that
Neural.
really have a chance.
It's so tough to pull any of that off, though. I mean, this
Yeah.
unit set is just...
Absolutely. Yeah, this is
What an
this is
insane
tough.
game.
Dude, well,
It's a
that's
good
good
fungal.
fungal. Yeah, the fungals are going to be very valuable with only 1
Some
medevac
really
out.
good fungals.
Yeah.
These Broodlords have to survive as well. More
Dude,
fungals coming in.
The chain fungals.
Oh
He's
my
trying to play like
God.
it's Wings of Liberty right now. Can he kill the whole army with fungals?
These fungals have been getting so much damage done. No EMPs to be found from Terran.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Everything's getting really, really low. He still has a lot of lings.
Blinding Cloud's coming in too. The Queen's even getting in on the action.
Oh, he tries getting with the lings, but just 3 Blue Flame Hellions remain, and it's too much.
One Broodlord still standing strong for the Zerg right now. The Infestors are burrowing. They're going to retreat.
Oh my
Or try
God.
to. Accidentally going the wrong way. Only 3 Thors. 26 army supply to 30. 38 minutes into the game. There's almost no resources left on the map.
Oh my god. Wait a second. Wait a second.
What is the unit count right now for Terran? He has 3 Thors and what else?
He's making 5 Marines. He has a Hellion. Right now we have, well, I mean, Corruptors can hit stuff.
3 Thors, 4 Hellions. He's going to have a handful of Marines. There's maybe 600 minerals left in these patches. There's maybe like, what, 100 minerals left at the wall?
There's a lot in the bottom right, but yeah. Oh my God.
You know, I was thinking, I was
7
giving the edge to Terran for having the Ghost, but the spell usage was actually so good there for the Zerg.
Yeah.
I mean, those Thors are prime. They're prime suspect to be neural parasited at this point.
That's what I'm thinking, is that this game should come down to just can he get some good neurals off.
There's also no medevacs.
Oh,
I mean,
he
every
missed!
fungal is going to be huge.
Oh, dude. Oh my
What
God.
an insane game.
3 more come
There's
out.
1 link
GG.
left. That's
Oh, wow. Solar gives it up just a little bit too much for money.
Wow.
That was insane. What a great, amazing TVZ that was. That was fantastically played. I
Solar
love
at
it.
the end, only 5 Corruptors and 7 Infestors.
Yeah.
What an absolutely crazy match. I don't think we're ever going to see another TVZ like that. That was, something else.
That was special. What a great game that was. Holy crap. A good series in general, too. Hero happy for his friend. Well, tongue-in-cheek happy,
Tongue-in-cheek.
right?
Absolutely. And man, props to Solar. He is out of this group. It was decided before the series even began, but he gave it his absolute all. What a showing from him there. 39 minutes and 19 seconds. Resources out on the map, fighting to the very bitter end.
I love it. I love it. He put up such an effort, and he did a great job. It was one of the most efficient Zerg controls we've seen in a really long time.
The resource differential was like 3K at some point. It was crazy how well he was able to play that off.
Wow, what a phenomenal match that was. Bunny takes down Solar, and he's currently ranked 4th in his group. Bunny, that was a wonderful match to see. So how do you feel after gaining 1 win here? Well, playing the first game, you know, things were not going according to plan. I was really sad. But I'm really happy to have closed out the series with a win. I mean, it was a very, very neck-and-neck match until the end of the series. You had abundant resources, and the Zerg kept fending off with the lots of resources and the Brood Lords. But against that, you were able to use the sword so immaculately to take the victory. So what was that about? So in the last fight, you know, I had a feeling I would certainly win even if I fight it bad. And you know, the Fungals were doing a lot of damage than I had expected. So I'm really relieved to have won that fight. I mean, despite your bad condition right now, you were able to gain 1 precious win today. But your last opponent is the final boss, Hero. And he's a player you respect. And this match is going to be very instrumental to your overall ranking today. So how is your resolution like going into the match? Well, I really want to take him down. It's going to be a very tough match for me. So, you know, I just want to concentrate and focus and try to take him down. Well, Bunny, despite the bad condition, I hope you maintain your concentration and keep your composure until the very end. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Andy. Obviously, a very important match coming up here. And, of course, we have GuMiho versus RagnaroK next, which is another important one. The whole top 4 still has some flex to it. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, guys. When we get back, we're going to begin to figure out who's actually moving on.